Hello everybody, this is the John Crow, and in this video I wanted to give you an example of how you can work with voids in an efficient way so that they don't end up taking up too many CPU cycles in your game. So the void is something that you'd attach to a scene object and use it to destroy blocks or to destroy assets. So in the example here, we've got two levers. One of the levers, if I press it, turns on the void. That. And again, you can see it killed anything, including one of my NPCs there as well too. And I have another button here that actually kills that void. And it kills the two triggers as well too. So that would speed up the actual the interface. And you can actually see here, if you're reading this, then the void is dead. How did we set something like that up? Well, it's quite simple. I'm going to go and start off with a traffic cone, which I'm using here as my behavior holder. We've got no components on this. We're going to go and set up a void behavior. And the size part, we're just going to go with like 4x4 for now. And the activation mode is what's really important here. We don't want to activate on the start of the scene. We want to activate on the reception of a message. And that message we're going to have is called turn. If we receive that message, then the void will destroy the area and will destroy everything within it. Make sure I don't have a duplicate there. So this is our destruction object. It's waiting for the message turn.on.void. In order to provide that message, I'm really just going to use anything. We can use a button. We could use a lever. Let's go with a lever. Initially, this one's set up with a button to trigger it, which works just fine for our purposes. In our case, the message that we want to send would be to turn dot. There's not much logic to edit other than the duration of time that the message is sent. In this case, it's going to work instantaneously. So press it, instantly the void opens up. I wonder if, interesting, I can just set this to collisions and gravity. There. Oh. Ha! That's kind of cool. So we could actually just keep bumping this thing until we run out of ground here. There's an interesting mechanic. I thought about that. That's again what I love about the sandbox. So what this actually shows you is that the void keeps killing. And if you want to turn that off, it's continually waiting to kill things within its void boundaries. So we actually need to kill that off. And in order to do that, I would just button, and I just need to send a different message. In order to kill off the void, we need to kill off the object that's holding the void, and one of the easiest ways to do that is to add a health component to it, because the health component is the component that we use to kill off an NPC when we're attacking our character in our quest game, for example. I just need to specify a unique message to my health component that kills it off. And so in this case here, just sending the message kill void would work quite effectively. And when that object dies, we could then send a message to actually destroy these two levers as well, which is what I'd done in my case to confirm that the message that the void had actually been destroyed. I'm using the I think I duplicated this. Yes, I did. I'm using Bandicam to record, and so the Control-Alt-D is the drawing tool, and it seems to be really sensitive with Sandbox. So nonetheless, I've got this message called kill.void. Make sure this one's correct. Turn on.void, kill the void, and as I mentioned, in order to kill it, we need to have a health component on our void creator, and it needs to also have an instant death message that kills it. And we're going to send that message out when we're done. We're going to send it out to I'm going to build an indicator or some kind of a speech ball here. So let's send it out to speech. And we're also going to give it the same tag, speech. And this is one thing I found really useful with some of CyberDragon's tutorials, just that little nugget in there that whenever you're using the health component, you have to send any messages that it sends out, that it outputs, to specific tags. So I'm going to make those the same, and I think I've got a sign. Yeah, there we go. So I've got my little sign here, and on that sign I'm going to put a speaker, and I'm going to wait for the message, and the message that's going to be sent, I think it was speech. So I'm going to wait for a message. The message is going to be speech. And if I edit the tag for this object, remember, again, I duplicated it. This object needs to have a tag of the same name, so I'm going to use that same speech component tag here, or that same speech message that I'm waiting for. That's also the name of the tag on that object. And the text I'll display is, if reading this, then the void is destroyed. There's a good rhyme. Let's play that back. So if I come up to this, there's no, oops, that's the wrong one. No message. But if I open that up, we can see we get the chain reaction. And if I want to kill it, then the void is destroyed, and we can verify that it's destroyed because it's no longer creating that gigantic repetitive hole in the ground. So again, just in summary, we have one button. The button is, I'm going to try it again, Control-Alt-D, of course it duplicates it. Try one more thing here. No, it doesn't work. So yeah, in summary, we've taken a controller, a button, we've given it a message to turn on the void. This actually activates the void that's applied to our cone. That void is receiving the message, which then causes it to destroy any elements inside of its area, ground, characters included. And it's not until we actually approach another button that kills the void that the void triggers its own death on a health component that we've added to it, and the health component receives a death message, kill void, from the button, and that kills the void. We actually set a confirmation on that, an error check, that when we kill the void, we send a message on death called speech. We send it to an element in our 1x1 tile, to the tag speech, and that happens to be this signpost that has the tag speech. It's waiting for the message speech in order to tell us that indeed the void is destroyed. Over here, blow it up. Again, it just keeps going, so we know that the void is still alive. And turn it off, and we can see the void is destroyed. And if I jump into the hole now, it's not being destroyed anymore. So I'll end on that note. I hope you were able to learn a little bit from this tutorial. My name is John Crow, and I'll talk to you again soon.